Hello children, let me welcome you to a lesson in English through the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. This is a lesson children under the work from home sessions, and my name is Shraddha teacher and I will be teaching you English this year through the virtual class. So let us get started and let us see what our lesson for today is. So we are going to talk about the verb have. Now if you remember children from the textbook, the last lesson that we did was have you ever seen, and there we used the word have. Now this particular verb have can be used in many ways in the English language. You can use it as the main verb, you can use it as an auxiliary verb or a helping verb, etc. And this particular verb, when we use it, we make a lot of mistakes also. Okay, so sometimes when we have to say have, we say has. When we have to say has, we say had. So there are a lot of mistakes when we make when we use this particular verb or this particular word in the English language. So today we will try and see how this word can be used correctly in various situations in our day-to-day life. Alright, and you will also see that after you finish studying this lesson, you will be able to use this word correctly without making any mistakes in many places. So what are we going to do today? We are going to see how to use have and had and has correctly in various situations, according to what you are saying, about whom you are saying. Okay, so remember have, has and had, they are the various forms of the same verb. So sometimes you say how have you done this, how has she done this, how had he done it. Okay, so let us see how we make use of this word have and its various forms, that is has and had. We will also in this lesson see about how you cannot make use of have in certain places. Okay, we will also see how you can make it into a negative. Alright, so there are many interesting things along with many interesting pictures that we are going to learn today, which will help us to speak this language correctly, okay, without making any mistakes. So let us first talk about the verb to have and what are the two types of this particular verb. So read what is written here. So the verb have can be used as a main verb and as an auxiliary verb. So children, the verb have has got two functions, you can say, or it can be used in two ways. That is, it can be used as the main verb in a sentence, or it can be used as the auxiliary verb. So it can play two functions in a sentence. It can either be the main verb, the word that does the action, or it can be the auxiliary verb, that is, it will be helping the word which does the action. Okay, so see, auxiliary verb means a helping verb. So let us see how it is used in different situations. When you talk about different people, how do you make use of the word have? So when it is I, that is when you're talking about yourself, what do you say? You say I have. Okay, so I have a pen. I have a book. So when you're talking about yourself, when you're indicating or pointing towards yourself, you say I have. When you are talking about you and a friend of yours, okay, we, that time you say we have. Alright, so I also will have and we also will have. We have a pen. We have a book. When you're talking about someone else in the singular or someone else in the plural, that is when you're saying you or when you're saying they, then what do you say? You again say you have and they have. Alright, so I have, we have, you have, they have. Now let us see when we are talking about a person who's other than I in the singular. Okay, so you say he when you're talking about someone else, but it is one single person, second person singular. You say he has, and if it is a girl, you say she has, and if it is an animal or if it is an inanimate object, then you say it has. For example, you say the dog, it has a tail. The umbrella, you say it has a handle. Okay, so this is how you use the word have correctly in various situations. You say I have, we have, you have, they have. You also say he has, she has, it has. And of course had we use when we talk about the past tense. Okay, when you talk about something which has happened before today. So this is how you make use of the verb have, the usage or the correct usage of have. So next time you should not say she have a book, or you should not say I has a pen. That will be wrong. You will say I have a book and she has a pen. Alright, so this is about the usage of have. Now we will see the various situations in which the verb to have is used. That is, what are the various forms of this verb to have. So it is used as a main verb sometimes, and it acts as a state verb. A state verb means it shows possession. For example, see, someone is saying I have 3 rupees. I have, that means it shows that I am possessing. I have with me 3 rupees. So I have here shows possession. Okay, have here, see, I have an idea. So this idea belongs to me. I possess the idea. I have an idea. Look at one more example. I have a ball. Okay, so here the have is the main verb and it indicates possession. Okay, move on. Let's see some more examples. So I have a job. See, I'm going to office and I have a job. So when it is I, we say have. He has a car. You're talking about someone else. He has a car. You don't say he have a car. He has a car. We have a house. We, okay, me and my mother and my father and my brother. We, what do? We have a house. So remember the usage. I have, we have. He has, she has. Okay, so these are some examples of how the verb have is used to show possession. Okay, let us see some more examples now. It is also used to show actions of eating and drinking. So it is sometimes used as an action verb to show actions of eating and drinking. Let's see. See here. This is to have lunch, to have tea, okay, to have an ice cream. So what are you doing? You are indicating an action of either eating or drinking. So sometimes have is also used to show an action verb, that is actions of eating and drinking. Then you have the next way use of have, where it is used in order to indicate relationships. So relationships means you can say I have a sister, okay, I do not have a brother or I don't have a brother. You can also say she doesn't have a sister, she does not have a brother, etc. Alright, then we move on and we see what is the next use of have. So it is as an obligation. What is the meaning of obligation? Obligation means something which you do out of force. Okay, you do it because you have to do it. So here have to is used as an obligation, something which you are not doing out of your own choice or out of your own will or out of joy, but you are doing it just because you're supposed to do it as an obligation. So look here, example, when your grandfather tells you to go, you have to go. Okay, so it is an obligation. Then you have to complete your homework, or when your exams are coming near, even if you don't want to, you have to study in order to pass your examination. And then you have when you visit a hospital, when you visit a place of worship, okay, when you visit a school, when you visit a court, that time you have to keep silence. You cannot speak unnecessarily, you cannot make noise unnecessarily. So you have to keep silence. So this is the use of have when it is an obligation. You say have to go, have to study, have to keep silence, have to observe traffic rules. Okay, so you can use it in many different ways. See, I have to finish my homework tonight. So I am tired, but even then tonight somehow I have to finish my homework. See, one more example, he has to apologize. See, I have, and then when it comes to he, it is has. He has to apologize. Apologize means he did something wrong, so he has to say sorry to you. He has to apologize. Okay, children? So now let's move on and let's see some more interesting pieces of information as far as this particular verb have is concerned. It is also used to refer to activities, events and experiences. So which activities and events can you talk about using the word have? You could say have a party. Okay, I have decided to have a party. You could also say have a meeting. Alright, when 2 or 3 people come together, they have a meeting. You could also say having a bath or have a bath. Alright, and you can say the class has a short break. Okay, the class has a short break. So here you've used the different forms of have. One place you have said have a bath, and the other place you have said the class has a short break. So it becomes it has a short break. Alright, so you can talk about activities or events or experiences also using this particular verb have or its forms. Alright, it is also used to indicate a physical or a medical condition. Now what is a physical condition or a medical condition? When you are not well, when you are sick. So when you have a headache, you say to have a headache. Raman had a headache. So that is past tense of have. Okay, so you use this verb have when you want to indicate a physical or a medical condition. See, the baby has fever. So to have a fever. Can you see the poor baby is suffering from fever? So to have a fever. So it indicates a physical or a medical condition also. Let's see the next one now. There are certain rules now that we have to study. A couple of rules that we have to study when we use have. So have is always used in simple present or the simple past when it is the main verb. So we saw at places where have is the main verb. So when have is in the main verb or it acts as a main verb, it is always used in simple present or simple past. For example, see, you say I have a bicycle, or you say he has a cold. Okay, so it is always used in simple present or simple past, or you could also say he had a cold if you say it in the past. You never use have in the continuous tense when it is the main verb. So when you're using have in the main verb, you never use it in the continuous tense. So if someone is saying, I am having a cold bicycle, or he is having a cold, both these statements are wrong. Alright, that means when you use have, you always use it in the simple present tense when it is the main verb. Many of us do this, many of us say this, I am having a cold. She is having a cold. Okay, see, she is, instead of saying she is not feeling well or she has a cold, we always say he is having a cold. So that is a very wrong way of using the word or the verb have when it is in the main form. Let us look at one more rule before we sign off for today and we finish this interesting lesson based on have for today. So have is not used in the negative when it is the main verb. So it is never used in the negative when it is in the main verb. For example, see, you never say he hasn't a car, or you don't say I haven't a cold. Okay, so whenever you have to use have in the negative, it is never directly converted into the negative. You don't say he hasn't a car or I haven't a cold. Then what do? We always add the auxiliary do along with it to make it negative. So if you have to make a positive thing negative, you never say he hasn't a car or I haven't a cold, but you always add do along with it. See, he does not have a car, or I don't have a cold. So doesn't here means does not, and have. Okay, don't means do not, and then you say have. Alright children, so today we looked at many interesting instances where the verb have is used. We saw the various forms in which it is used. For example, we say have, sometimes we say has, sometimes we say had, according to the tense and according to the person that you're talking about. We also saw the various situations where have is used, that is, you use it to indicate possession, okay, you use it to indicate activities, you use it to indicate physical condition, you use it to indicate obligation. You also saw the ways in which it should not be used. That is, we cannot use it in the negative when it is the main verb, and you cannot use it in the continuous tense when it is a main verb. So hope this lesson was interesting, and hope you will not make the common mistakes that you have been making. In case you have been making mistakes, you will not repeat the mistakes, and you will learn how to use this particular verb correctly. So that was all for today from the Virtual Training Center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika, and this is Shraddha teacher saying bye for now till we meet again.